Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Today I'm here with a dream. This is a tough one, y'all. Okay. In this dream, I saw a man having a okay, on drugs. Okay. And as he's doing this, it's like foam is coming out of his mouth and he's kind of having a seizure. And another man walks up to him, like the man that sold the stuff to him walks up and throws a towel on him, like laughing, okay, mocking him. And there's an elderly man sitting nearby who shakes his head in disappointment and disapproval. And then there are women that begin screaming and crying in shock and horror, okay? Then God spoke and said, his lies will catch up to him. He can continue to hustle, but he too will see my face. Judge not, or thee will be judged, and understand he will receive his fate. Judgment will come for him. Then I heard the lyrics to the song, I'm in love with that cocoa. I'm in love with that cocoa. Baking soda. I got baking soda. Okay. The scripture comes from Ezra 8:24. Then I set apart 12 of the leading priests, namely Sherebiah, Hashabiah, and 10 of their brothers, and I weighed out to them the offering of silver and gold, the articles that the king, his advisors, his officials, and all Israel present there had donated for the house of our God. I weighed out to them 650 talents of silver articles weighing 100 talents, 100 talents of gold, 20 bowls of gold valued at 1,000 derricks, and 2 fine articles of polished bronze as precious gold. I said to them, you as well as these articles are consecrated to the Lord. The silver and gold are a free will offering to the Lord, the God of your ancestors. Guard them carefully until you weigh them out in the chambers of the house of the Lord in Jerusalem before the leading priests and the Levites and the family heads of Israel. Then the priests and Levites received the silver and gold and sacred articles that had been weighed out to be taken to the house of our God in Jerusalem. Lord have mercy. So whoever this man is, he using his free will. He is acting out in his free will and he is disobeying God. I like the fear that I feel just relaying this man. This is somebody that was called to be a pastor, somebody that was called to be a priest. And instead, they chose to live a life on the streets, doing these drugs and partaking in sin to obtain drugs, and like Lord knows what kind of stuff that they are doing to get to this stuff. But God said they too will receive judgment. So whoever this is for, I don't like, I just feel like for those of you that are praying for this person, you can keep praying. You can keep trying to save them, but this is somebody that they have to want to be saved. And they may have been through a very tough childhood. They may have had, and you know, when somebody is called, you know, a lot of people, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people, because I know me personally, I had a tough childhood. And it wasn't tough just specifically because of my parents, but it was tough because of outer influences. Y'all already know that I was touched when I was a little girl at 7 years old. And I had to deal with a lot of emotional problems, emotional trauma because of that. I had problems when it came to being sociable. Like I don't know. It's something about, because for me, I always had a feeling towards men, and because of what happened to me. And then I have a feeling towards women because after what happened to me happened when I was a little girl, I told a woman what happened and she was trying to punish me. She punished me for something that I did not do. And as an adult, I now realize that she was wrong. But as a child, I could not understand why she was being so mean to me. And I'm saying this to say that this is somebody that went through trauma. This is somebody that been through a lot of pain. This is somebody that went through, they may have had a rough childhood. And as God was giving me this vision, he also gave me other visions to go attached to this. This may be somebody that was abused as a little boy. This may have been somebody that was abused by a father figure as a little boy, like this, like a stepfather or something like that. And it could be to such an extent that this person, like, I just feel like this person was done so wrong. This may be hand-me-downs their whole life. This somebody that was treated as if they were unwanted and uncared for. This is somebody that they were a punishment. They were being treated as if, like, their entire life, they were treated as if they were being punished. So as an adult, they are having a hard time realizing that they were never to be punished and they didn't do anything wrong. And they have to want to come to God. They have to want to turn away from their sin. They have to want to let go of the evil that they are allowing to overtake them. Because I know it can be done. I know it can be done. And I know some people have a hard time. And, you know, the way that society is people saying, well, I was born that way. I was born like in this and I was born. No, you were not. Somebody messed with you and they messed up your head. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. That is not true. God said what he said in the beginning. He made man and then he made female, and that's it. And God said that this is somebody that is confused because of what they went through. They are hurting because of what they went through. And they are going around taking all of these little drugs to overpower their emotions, so that they don't have to think about what happened to them, so that they don't have to think about how sad they are, so that they don't have to think about what people said to them all while they were a little boy growing up and going through it. They went through it. But God said this person was attacked since they were born. On the other side of this, there's silver and gold. On the other side of this, there's silver and gold. And I just feel so emotional relaying this message because it's very sad that God has so much for this person if they will turn away from their sin. God has so much in store for this person if they will turn away from their sin. But, you know, they have free will. They have free will. They can do what they want to do. They can do what they want to do. And if they insist on living their life in this sinful manner and doing evil, that is what's going to happen. Now, if they turn away from it, they repent of their sins and they follow the route that God has for them, there's silver and gold on the other end of that. And I just feel like this is so sad. This is sad. This is a very sad message. You know, I'm being reminded of a message that I gave, I would say about a few months ago, where I was talking about how someone asked me if I believed in traveling to the future and time travel. And I said, not really, because the future depends on the choices that you make. We have free will. We can make whatever choice we want to. If we decide that we're going to make bad choices, bad things are going to happen. If we decide to turn against those bad choices and make good choices, good things are going to happen. We have free will. And because we have free will, and that's the truth. That is just literally the truth. And this is somebody, they are forfeiting their future. They are forfeiting their destiny. They are forfeiting their inheritance from God because they want to live in a sinful manner, and they want to live in a lustful manner, and they want to chase after things that are no good for them. But yeah. And for somebody, you are actually hurt by this person. This person hurt you. You may have been trying to help them, and instead of accepting your help, they hurt you. And God is saying there's no need for you to cry about them. Nor does God want you to sit around thinking evil and nasty thoughts about them and judging them and feeling some kind of, because you don't know their whole story. And first of all, second of all, God got that. And when it really comes down to it, thinking about this person's story and the fate that stands before them, it is very sad. It's not something to be joyful about. It's not something to clap about. It's not something to be cheerful about, because it's very, very sad that this person has, like, this is sad. This is something that, like, this is so sad. It is very heartbreaking. And God is saying, stop pushing judgment upon this person, because you don't know what they had to go through. You don't know what they're trying to cover up. You don't know what they're trying to run from. But see, the thing is, if you don't, you have to run to God when you went through things like that, because He will heal you. He will heal you. He will heal you. He will heal you. And in some cases, ain't nothing wrong with getting a therapist if it gets to such an extent like this here, where you feel like you got to take drugs to cover it up. Baby, go ahead and see a therapist. People, therapists are like, come on now. It's very important to get over these traumatic events like this here. This is trauma to the fullest extent. And this is somebody that is hurting so deeply inside. They are hurting so badly inside. This is somebody that feel like the people they were supposed to trust hurt them, so they don't trust nobody. This is somebody that is hurting so deeply inside, and they need God. They need God. They need God, and for some, they need therapy as well, because they have to release this. And then when they get there, they can't go in there and lie and pretend like what happened didn't happen. They got to be honest when they get there. They have to tell the truth when they get there. They can't try to pretend like what happened didn't happen. And pretend like whoever did this to them wasn't the monster that they really are. That's who they were, a monster. Anybody that would do something like this is terrible. It's somebody that was punished for existing. And this is someone that was punished for existing. And now as an adult, they punish themselves for existing. And, God is saying that the enemy has been attacking them. And this is somebody that is like, it's kind of like they're folding to the enemy. And even if this person did hurt you, regardless if they broke your heart or they hurt you, like whatever kind of way they hurt you, God is saying, do not sit around pondering about them. Do not gloat over them, and do not gloat over what is to come to them. Because first of all, you don't know their story. You don't know the reasons as to why they act the way they do and they do the things they do. And when it comes down to it, their story is truly sad. Okay. And, vengeance belongs to God. Give it to God and let it go. And keep it going. Because this is somebody, their judgment is tough. Their judgment is tough. Yes, they are going to have to answer for what they did to you. Yes, they gonna have to answer for what they did to you. They gonna have to answer for breaking your heart. They gonna have to answer for hurting your feelings. They gonna have to answer for physically hurting you if they did that. They gonna have to answer for everything that they did. But understand that this is somebody that been through that, like they've been through it since they came out the womb. And God takes everything into account. But yeah, this is a very sad judgment for somebody. I don't know who this is for. This is so heartbreaking. It's hurtful. But their judgment is not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. And, for some of them, it's just going to be a situation where they got too much going on. For some of them, somebody is going to do this to them on purpose. Because in this vision, this man was walking away laughing. So, that's the message. And God is saying their lives are going to catch up to them. So it could be a situation where this person is acting like they not partaking in these drugs like they are. This man is acting as if he's not doing this, but Lord have mercy. But God said this man was meant to do more. He was meant to do more. He was meant to do more. He had a calling on his life. There were things that God wanted him to do, but because of the choices that he made, and because he refused to turn away from his sin, and he refused to turn away from his evil, God, this is the judgment that he is going to receive. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, like, this is a warning to you, because 9 out of 10 this person not watching this video, just to be real. And this is gonna hurt you, even with whatever y'all had going on. Even if they hurt you, they broke your heart, they took you through it, they put you through this, that, and the third, it's gonna hurt. It's not gonna feel good when this person go. And yeah. And just to be real, they may not even look the way that you are expecting them to, because like when somebody is doing stuff like that, they get so, like, like, I just feel like this person is not going to look the way that you are expecting. You're going to, like, it's going to scare you, and it's going to be very traumatic. This is going to be a big, like, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. And yeah, that's the message. That's the message. That's the warning. And like I said, this is a man that has hurt somebody. Regardless if this is somebody that you're not speaking to no more, regardless if this is somebody that you know of, a friend or a colleague or a spouse or a counterfeit or a family or whoever this person is, baby, this person here, God said, let it go. And if you let it go now, when this happens, if this person refuses to turn away from this, if they turn away from their sin, it's not going to, that's not going to be their fate. Period. But if they carry on going down that route, this is what's going to happen. And if you carry on holding to the pain of what they put you through and how they did you, you are going to be hurt when it happens. It's going to hurt more. Like it's going to bother you. Because you're going to, I just feel like it's a situation where when this happens, you're not going to be worried about what they did to you. You're not going to be concerned about how they treated you. You're not going to be concerned about how all these other things. You're going to be thinking about them as who they were, and it's going to hurt. So God is saying, give it to him. Give all of the pain. Vengeance belongs to God. Let it go. Give it to God, because when this happens, it's going to hurt. It's not going to feel good. And that's the message. And yeah, regardless, give it to God. Because if they turn away from their sin, then they're not going to be the person that they were at first. And if they carry on living a life of sin, once again, you're going to see them and you're going to feel it's not going to be the same. You're not going to be angry the way that you know what I'm saying? So just let it go. Whew. Baby, that's a tough message. That is a tough message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. My heart goes out to whoever this for. Whoever this for. And whoever it's about. Lord have mercy. More karabaka shamika no more see now ye. La vika boy so kovore bidai. Leve me sinai so more comina. La via bobo. As she kind of see no more ikere see a vibe by shon. La veka mai so come on see a beam. Be kind. And remember to abide by God's laws. Okay, that's the message. That's the message. God yeah. God is saying abide by his laws, be kind. And this is not a situation where God is wanting you to do anything. Don't let him handle this. Let him handle this. Let him handle this. It is very sad. It is very heart-wrenching. It is very heartbreaking. But God is saying, let it go. Give it to God. Regardless to what happens, let it go and give it to God. Regardless to what happens, let it go and give it to God. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.